Fedora versus Ubuntu in 2026. Why Fedora is winning most battles, but Ubuntu still dominates for most people. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving into one of the most common questions in the Linux world. Should you choose Fedora or Ubuntu? Fedora has been making huge strides, and many enthusiasts now call it the new king of desktop Linux. But when it comes to recommending a distro to friends, family, or complete beginners, Ubuntu is still the go to choice for a reason. Let's break it down fairly and honestly. So, now, why Fedora is safer and more resilient for everyday use. One area where Fedora really shines, especially with its atomic desktop editions like Silverblue with GNOME desktop environment and Kinoite with KDE Plasma, is reliability. These use an immutable image based system. The core OS is read only, which means it's incredibly hard to break accidentally. Updates happen as complete system images, so either the whole update succeeds or it doesn't. If something goes wrong, you can roll back to a previous working snapshot in minutes from the boot menu. This is a game changer for beginners or anyone who just wants a stable machine for web browsing, email, office work, and media. Traditional Ubuntu and most distros updates packages individually, which can occasionally lead to partial failures or conflicts. Fedora's atomic approach feels more modern and future proof, like a console like experience, where the base system stays rock solid. So, now, why Fedora gives you more official variety? Ubuntu popularized the idea of choice with official flavors Kubuntu, Subuntu, etc., and derivatives like Linux Mint. Fedora matches and arguably exceeds this with its official spins, workstation editions with GNOME, KDE Plasma, XFCE, and more, all directly from the Fedora site and well maintained. On top of that, the Fedora ecosystem has strong third party options. For gamers, Nobara, which is traditional package based, and Bazzite, which is atomic or SteamOS like, deliver excellent out of the box gaming experience with tweaks for Steam, Proton, and handhelds, often feeling smoother than many Ubuntu based gaming setups. Now, leading edge, yet surprisingly stable. Leading edge, yet surprisingly stable. Fedora follows a clear, predictable schedule. A new release roughly every 6 months, with about 13 months of support per version. You get new kernels, softwares, and features without the split personality of Ubuntu long term support versus short term releases. Ubuntu's LTS versions, like 26.04, offer 5 plus years of support, which is great for servers or set it and forget it machines. But the non LTS releases have shorter windows. Fedora strikes a nice balance for desktop users who want fresh software without constant upgrades or outdated packages. Both distros feel polished in 2026 with modern GNOME, strong VLAN support, and good performance. So, now the one area where Ubuntu still wins. It just works. Here is the honest truth that keeps Ubuntu on top for most casual recommendations. hardware compatibility, especially on laptops. Fedora sticks strictly to open source principles. It doesn't ship proprietary drivers or firmware by default. This is fantastic for philosophy and transparency, but it can mean extra steps for Wi Fi chips, fingerprint readers, NVIDIA GPUs, or certain hardware. You often need to enable RPM Fusion repositories and install drivers manually, which can frustrate newcomers. Ubuntu makes this far easier. Its additional drivers tool often detects and install what you need with few clicks, including NVIDIA support. For many laptops and pre-built systems, Ubuntu boots up, connects to the internet, and works with minimal fuss. This low maintenance factor is huge. Linux should be a tool you use, not a hobby you tinker with constantly. Fedora is conditionally excellent. Fedora, especially Workstation or its atomic variants, is fantastic if your hardware has excellent open source support. Many modern Intel or AMD systems. If you are comfortable with a bit of initial setup or using derivatives like Nobara or Bazzite. If you value newer software, strong security defaults, and an immutable foundation. For absolute beginners, older hardware, or NVIDIA heavy laptops where you want zero hassle, Ubuntu or Ubuntu based like Linux Mint or Pop! OS remains the safer blind recommendation. Now, about the final thoughts. Which should you choose? In 2026, Fedora is one of the most exciting and technically impressive distros available. Its atomic desktops, released cadence, and ecosystem make it a joy for many users. But Ubuntu's unmatched just works hardware support and massive ecosystem keep it as the default suggestion for most people. Now, about my advice. Try Fedora Workstation or Silverblue or Kinoite first. If you are excited about modern Linux and have decent hardware, go with Ubuntu if you want the path of least resistance. Test both in a live USB session. They are both free. So, what do you think? Are you Team Fedora or Team Ubuntu or something else? Drop your experiences in the comments and let me know what hardware you are running. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more Linux comparisons. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.